As the jury prepares to deliberate in the high-profile federal trial of Diddy Combs, legal experts say a conviction is far from guaranteed. Over 6 weeks of testimony, 34 witnesses have taken the stand, but analysts note that the prosecution still faces significant hurdles, particularly on the complex racketeering and sex trafficking charges. Prosecutors allege that Combs led a criminal enterprise involving close associates who used threats, violence, and coercion to pressure women, including Cassie Ventura and another accuser referred to as Jane, into participating in sex acts, often under the guise of so-called free-offs. However, legal observers say the racketeering case hinges on proving an actual enterprise existed and that Combs directed it with the help of others, which remains a point of contention. This is not a slam-dunk case, said legal analyst Misty Morris, citing technical gaps in the prosecution's narrative. CNN's Joey Jackson echoed that sentiment, noting that the jury must decide whether Combs ran a criminal operation or was simply a deeply flawed individual whose personal misconduct did not rise to the level of federal conspiracy. Key figures allegedly involved in the enterprise, such as Combs' former chief of staff, did not testify, creating openings for the defense to sow doubt. Legal analysts believe this absence of corroborating insider testimony may weaken the RICO argument. In the sex trafficking charges, prosecutors must prove Combs used force, fraud, or coercion. In Ventura's case, surveillance footage of Combs physically assaulting her and multiple corroborating witnesses may strengthen the claim. For both women, financial control and psychological manipulation also factor into the prosecution's argument. Ventura and Jane described instances where Combs withheld money or threatened them if they refused to participate in sexual encounters, but the defense counters that these interactions, while disturbing, were consensual and outside the scope of business text messages, showing the women willingly engaging in and helping organize the encounters have been used to cast doubt on claims of coercion. Experts say the two charges under the Mann Act, transportation for the purpose of prostitution, the prosecution's strongest evidence includes flight records, bank statements, and explicit video footage aligning with travel dates, suggesting that Combs arranged for commercial sex acts across state lines. Ultimately, the trial pits two narratives against each other, one of an abusive mogul operating a hidden criminal enterprise, and another of a celebrity whose personal behavior, though morally questionable, doesn't meet the legal threshold for racketeering or trafficking. As jurors begin deliberations, the outcome will likely hinge on whether they believe the prosecution has linked Combs' actions to a coordinated criminal enterprise, or if the reasonable doubt created by the defense prevails.